Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Phaedra Parks skips Married to Medicine Season 11 reunion after exiting series for Real Housewives of Atlanta Reboot. Phaedra Parks checked out of the Married to Medicine Season 11 reunion. The lawyer, mortician and reality personality, 51, did not show up to filming for the Bravo series season wrap-up episodes, which taped on Thursday, February 13th in New York City with host Andy Cohen. Sources confirmed to People that Parks wasn't present. A seating chart for the reunion released by Bravo on February 13th also didn't include the mother of two among cast members Dr. Jacqueline Walters, Dr. Simone Whitmore, Dr. Heavenly Kimes, Toya Bush-Harris, Quad Webb, late Asha, Sweet Tea, Lunsford and Dr. Contessa Metcalf. Parks' absence comes after the season trailer showed her leaving the Married to Medicine couple's trip early when her ex-husband Apollo Nita and his now estranged wife, Sherian Al-Mufti, showed up seemingly without her knowledge. Some people can be played with, and I'm not one of them, Phaedra said in the clip. However, viewers saw in episode 9 that Parks was told about Nita potentially coming on the getaway before they left. "We're in a great place," Parks told Kimes, who had asked for Parks' permission to include Nita. "I appreciate you calling me. I really do. Let it be a surprise." Questioned by production in a confessional if she is ultimately okay if he comes, even if it's not your first choice, Parks responded, I don't know. Just being honest. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. Parks is by no means the first reality star to skip a Bravo reunion. In the world of Real Housewives, considered by fans to be the gold standards of reunions, 8 others have chosen not to attend filming, including Jacqueline Loretta, Real Housewives of New Jersey, and Luanda Lesseps, Real Housewives of New York City, as well as Real Housewives of Salt Lake City stars Mary M. Cosby and Jen Shah, plus Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alums Adrienne Maloof, Kim Richards and Lisa Vanderpump. Most recently, Karen Huger wasn't at the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9 reunion, as she checked into rehab after she was found guilty on charges of DUI and DWI from her March 2024 arrest. However, she did send a video. In those cases, Housewives Loretta, de Lesseps, Richards and Cosby returned to the series for additional seasons. Others, specifically Maloof, Shah and Vanderpump, exited for good. It appears that Parks will be in the latter camp when it comes to Married to Medicine. In July, she announced she was returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta as a full-time cast member for Season 16, which premieres March 9th. "You called, I answered," Parks said on Instagram, despite previously saying that she wouldn't want to do the series again and calling RHOA the Titanic. Bravo fans first met Parks when the lawyer was representing Bobby Brown on 2005's Being Bobby Brown. 5 years later, in 2010, she joined RHOA's 3rd season where over the course of the next 6 seasons, she let fans into some of the most intimate moments of her life, from the birth of her 2 sons, Aiden, 14, and Dylan, 11, to the downfall of her marriage to Nita. The quick-witted star left the show upon Season 9's climax, after admitting to spreading inflammatory rumors that Kandi Burruss and her husband Todd Tucker allegedly planned to drug co-stars Portia Williams and Shamea Morton to take advantage of them sexually. Burruss and Tucker have vehemently denied the claims. After years away, Parks returned to the world of Housewives with an appearance on Peacock's Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Ex-Wives Club in 2022. Her success there prompted casting in Married to Medicine and later, Season 2 of The Traitors and Season 33 of Dancing with the Stars, where she finished in 8th place. Married to Medicine airs Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Bravo. Episodes stream the next day on Peacock. Phaedra Parks has always been one to keep fans guessing. The attorney, mortician, entrepreneur, and reality television staple has been a fixture in Bravo's universe for over a decade, and her every move sparks both intrigue and conversation. Her latest decision, to skip the Married to Medicine Season 11 reunion following her highly publicized exit from the series in favor of the Real Housewives of Atlanta Reboot, has only added more fuel to the fire of speculation about what's next for the Southern Belle. For many viewers, Phaedra's stint on Married to Medicine was a surprise from the start. Though not a doctor or married to one, she joined the ensemble cast and immediately brought her trademark wit, shade, and over-the-top glamour to the group. Her romance with Dr. Gregory Lunsford, ex-husband of original cast member Quad Webb, was one of the season's most talked-about storylines. From awkward first dates to their unconventional chemistry, Phaedra and Gregory kept fans tuning in weekly to see if sparks would truly fly or fizzle out. Yet, when it came time to sit down for the reunion, a staple event where castmates addressed drama, unresolved tensions, and behind-the-scenes chatter, Phaedra was noticeably absent. Sources close to production revealed that Phaedra chose to decline the reunion invitation, citing her commitment to a new chapter, returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise for its anticipated reboot. A calculated exit. For Phaedra, this decision seems less about avoidance and more about strategy. Known for her ability to reinvent herself and control her narrative, Phaedra understood that appearing on the reunion might dredge up conversations she would rather leave in the past. Questions about her relationship with Gregory, whispers about whether she truly fit into the Married to Medicine ensemble, and unresolved spats with other cast members could easily overshadow the bigger announcement: her grand return to the franchise where she first made her mark. The Real Housewives of Atlanta reboot, slated to breathe fresh life into a show that has faced dwindling ratings in recent years, is one of Bravo's most ambitious undertakings. Producers are banking on familiar faces and fan favorites to lure viewers back, and Phaedra's return is nothing short of headline-worthy. By focusing her energy there, she ensures that her comeback is free from distractions and drama that doesn't serve her storyline. Fans react to the absence. Unsurprisingly, Bravo fans had plenty to say when news broke that Phaedra would not be sitting alongside her Married to Medicine castmates for the reunion. On social media, reactions ranged from disappointment to applause. Some viewers felt shortchanged, eager to see Phaedra respond to Gregory's comments throughout the season and address lingering tension with Quad. Others defended her, pointing out that reunions often turn into ambushes and that Phaedra was wise to protect her energy. Classic Phaedra, one fan tweeted. She always knows when to exit stage left before things get too messy. Phaedra Parks has never been a woman who tiptoes quietly out of a room. Whether she's clutching a designer handbag, tossing a shady one-liner, or making a career pivot that catches everyone off guard, she does it with precision and flair. So when fans of Bravo's Married to Medicine tuned in to see the highly anticipated Season 11 reunion, many expected Phaedra to bring her signature wit to the couch, possibly sitting center stage with her teacup ready. But instead, the Southern Belle-turned-reality TV phoenix was a no-show. Her absence was immediately felt. Andy Cohen introduced the cast one by one, the dramatic music swelled, and the camera panned across the reunion set filled with jewel-toned gowns and tightly wound tensions. The empty seat, however, spoke louder than any of the doctors or wives. Social media instantly lit up with speculation. Why wasn't she there? Was this a power play? And what did this mean for her surprising return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta reboot, a move Bravo confirmed only weeks before? The exit that shocked Bravo Nation. Phaedra's time on Married to Medicine had been a whirlwind. Joining the series as the partner of a doctor wasn't exactly her storyline. She wasn't married to medicine herself, but she had connections and enough charm to fit seamlessly into the ensemble. Fans warmed to her instantly. She brought levity and a dash of Southern sophistication to a group often dominated by intense rivalries and professional debates. Still, beneath the glitz, it was clear Phaedra was always 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Her real Bravo legacy had been built on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, where she reigned from Season 3 through Season 9. Known for her elaborate reads and legendary shade, who could forget "Fix That Donkey Booty," or "While You Were Shading Me, I Was Shading You." She left RHOA under circumstances so dramatic they became franchise lore. So when the reboot of RHOA was announced, with producers promising a new era and a mix of familiar faces, Phaedra's name was at the top of the wish list for fans. Bravo delivered. The moment she signed on, whispers grew louder. Was Married to Medicine merely a stepping stone until she could reclaim her peach? A calculated decision. Skipping the Married to Medicine reunion may have been Phaedra's most calculated decision yet. Reunions are where reputations are solidified. It's the place where alliances are revealed, apologies are demanded, and enemies double down. They're also the stage where messy moments are replayed endlessly on screens and social media. Phaedra knows the game better than anyone. By sitting out, she avoided being boxed into lingering drama on a show she's no longer invested in. Why spar with Dr. Heavenly about old shade or clarify her connection to the medical community when her next chapter promises bigger paychecks and brighter spotlights? And let's be real, Phaedra skipping the reunion created just as much buzz as if she had been there. Her absence became the story, which is exactly how she likes it. As one fan tweeted, only Phaedra could steal the reunion by not showing up. Cast reactions. Reports from behind the scenes suggest her castmates were split. Some felt abandoned, frustrated that she didn't show up to answer for her season's storylines. Others understood the move, acknowledging that Bravo stars often have to make strategic decisions about their brands. Dr. Heavenly, never one to hold her tongue, hinted during her YouTube recap that Miss Phaedra had bigger fish to fry, and suggested the RHOA reboot was simply a better business opportunity. Meanwhile, Toya Bush-Harris reportedly felt Phaedra had been a fun addition but wasn't surprised she didn't stick around. She's always chasing the spotlight, a source close to the production claimed. Andy Cohen's subtle shade. Andy Cohen himself didn't let the moment pass without a little wink to the audience. As the reunion taping began, he gestured to the empty chair and quipped, "Looks like one of our ladies decided she had another party to attend." The room laughed, but the undertone was clear. Phaedra had made a choice, and Bravo was leaning into the narrative. Andy knows better than anyone that absence creates intrigue. Skipping a reunion isn't common, and when it happens, it fuels weeks of gossip. Think of Lisa Vanderpump skipping the Rob reunion, or Nene Leakes disappearing before her exit. Those moments became cultural talking points, cementing their stars as headline makers. Phaedra is now firmly in that tradition. The RHOA reboot connection. The timing couldn't be more delicious. Phaedra's no-show comes just as buzz builds around the RHOA reboot. Fans have been skeptical about the franchise's future after declining ratings and messy cast shakeups, but Phaedra's return has sparked a wave of excitement. Her skipping the Married to Medicine reunion only reinforces the idea that she's saving her energy, her shade, and her soundbites for Atlanta. Her re-entry into RHOA also represents a form of redemption. Phaedra left under one of the most infamous scandals in Housewives history, accused of spreading damaging rumors. For years, Bravo seemed to blacklist her from the franchise. Yet, time heals wounds, and reality TV thrives on second chances. By skipping the reunion, she avoids reopening old wounds in the wrong arena and keeps her focus on crafting a grand comeback where it matters most. Fans react. On social media, fans were divided. Some were disappointed. We wanted her reads at the reunion, not an empty chair. Phaedra owes us closure. Skipping is cowardly. Others defended her. Why waste time on Married to Medicine when the peach is back on the tree? That's a boss move. She doesn't owe anyone explanations. Memes circulated instantly, with images of empty thrones, queens walking away from crowns, and even clips of Phaedra herself smirking during old RHOA confessionals captioned, "I said what I said, and I won't be repeating it at a reunion I won't attend." What this means for Bravo. Phaedra's decision is bigger than one reunion. It highlights the delicate dance Bravo stars play as they juggle multiple franchises, brand deals, and reputations. Skipping out on a reunion may have once been seen as career suicide, but in today's Bravo universe, it can be a savvy strategy to control the narrative. For Bravo, it's a win-win. Married to Medicine gets buzz because fans are debating her absence, while the RHOA reboot gets anticipation because viewers know Phaedra is saving her best material. The Phaedra Parks Playbook. If there's one lesson to take from this, it's that Phaedra Parks is always 10 steps ahead. Whether she's reinventing herself as a mortician, a lawyer, a mother, or a reality TV star, she has a knack for turning exits into entrances. Skipping the reunion wasn't about fear, it was about focus. And as RHOA prepares to roll out its reboot, all eyes will be on Phaedra once again. Will she deliver the shade fans crave? Will she rebuild bridges, or will she light matches and watch them burn? One thing is certain, the girl who didn't show up at one reunion is about to show up at another, and Bravo fans wouldn't have it any other way. Closing thoughts. Phaedra Parks didn't need to attend the Married to Medicine Season 11 reunion to make a statement. By skipping, she reminded viewers of her power, her allure, and her ability to dominate a storyline even in absence. Sometimes the most dramatic entrance is actually an exit. And in true Phaedra fashion, she left us all talking.